All right, we're going to start just in a seated, comfortable position, and we are going to just warm up our neck. We're going to drop our ears side to side. Don't force it. Just kind of see where your neck is feeling. Is it tight in one area? Is it tight in the back? Is it tight in the front? Or are you feeling it on the sides? Go side to side a couple times, then drop it in front and look back. Again, let's be really gentle here and just kind of tuning in and seeing how our body is feeling today from yesterday. So dropping it side up and down. Careful with your neck, just kind of checking in. Next, we are going to do hip rotations. Now, I'm going to ask you to watch and listen. I want you to do these two ways. Lift your knee out to the side and then bring it in. Out to the side and then bring it in. You're going to do that 5 times on each side. While I was recording this, I, for myself, forgot to do it both ways. So now, instead of lifting it to the side, I want you to lift it straight up and then move it out to the side. So you're going the opposite direction. So move it up in front of you and then out to the side. You can tell here, oh yeah, I was supposed to do it the other way. So lift your knee up in front and then out to the side. We're going to warm up those hips. 5 times on each side. You're straddled. Just get a good chest rotation here. We're warming up our hamstring. Sawyer is literally grabbing my hair there, in case anyone was wondering. We're warming up not just our hamstrings and our pelvis here, but warming up our chest too. Seeing how it feels from yesterday. Really open those shoulders. Get as much rotation as you can. Again, just seeing how you feel from yesterday. This is your time to kind of check in and see how things are moving. And hopefully you have a Sawyer who's just wandering around. Apples are also a really great way to distract your toddler. Sumo squats. Your feet are going to be wider than your hips, toes pointed out. I'm thinking about my core here. I'm engaging, dropping it. When I drop my bottom down, I'm inhaling, exhaling to rise. Inhale to lower, exhale to rise. Inhale to lower, exhale to rise. And I know that I'm doing it pretty quick, so feel free to pause here and just get your 10 reps in and then push play again. 1 leg deadlift. You might need something to help you balance. I used a stool or a chair just so you have something to put a hand on. You stand on one leg and just tip back and forth on one leg. You're really trying to engage your hamstring here. This is going to be one that you're going to feel in your hamstring later. Not right now, and then you're going to be like, this is easy. But this is also engaging your core as well because we're working on our balance. So inhale to drop, exhale to rise. 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 Engage that core as you bring your upper body back up. Again, feel free to pause here if you're not finished. But we're going to go back to those sumo squats. So inhaling to drop, exhaling to rise. Inhaling to drop, exhaling to rise. Inhaling to drop, exhaling to rise. Inhale to drop, exhale to rise. So remember, we're going to do these 2 exercises 3 times before we move on to the next ones. That single leg deadlift. Plant that foot on the ground. Don't be afraid to use something to balance with, okay? And if you lose your balance, it's totally fine. Inhale, drop, touch the floor. Exhale, engage that core when you come back up. Use that exhale to stand back up. Again, feel free to pause whenever you need to do these. It's totally fine. Inhale, drop, exhale, rise, engage that core. Inhale, drop, rise, engage that core. One more time. We got this. I was totally feeling this. I'm not going to lie. Back to the sumo squats. Remember, your feet are wider than your hips. Toes are pointing out. Inhaling to drop, exhale to rise. Inhaling to drop, exhaling to rise. Inhale, drop, exhale, rise. Inhale, drop, exhale, rise. Again, feel free to pause this whenever you need to. If I'm going too fast or if you need a break, that's totally fine. Shake out the legs if you need to. One last time, only 5 on each side. You probably thought this was easy, that first set, but these are challenging for sure. So inhaling to drop, exhaling to rise up. Use that exhale to really bring those shoulders back up. Inhale to drop, exhale to rise. Inhale to drop, and exhale to rise. Good job. All right, that's one superset done. You're doing great. Pause here if you need a break. Go get some water. Totally fine. If you do have some sort of band that you can wrap around your ankles or your knees, that would be awesome, but it's totally not necessary. So here I'm going to try and think about keeping my legs going out, so pushing my knees outward so that I'm working on that side butt. So I'll show in the group how to do this in a squat, but if you don't have a band. But if you do have a band, you're really keeping tension on that band. Walk 5 to 8 times each direction. And if you have a band, your child most definitely will try and pull it. Just pick that kiddo up, and now you have a little more weight to it. Again, my tip for working out with a child is just have the most random activity or random toy, not toy, and an apple. Usually keeps them really busy. Or contain them. That's also my strategy. Because see, right here, this is just, he just wanted to be in my lap. Which, it's also really fun. Because you might not have a snuggly kid, and then all of a sudden they're a snuggly kid. And they just want to sit with you. So, just, otherwise, you can finally get started here. You do not need a band for this. For some of you, holding your leg up here for 5 to 10 breaths and just really thinking about your breathing. Inhale, relax your core. Exhale, engage your core. Think about bringing your hip bones together. Stack your hips. Are your hips over each other, or are they one slightly back and one slightly forward? You're going to do the other side as well. You really think about stacked hips. You're not lifting your legs super high, just keeping some engagement on that core. If you want a little weight and you have a hand weight, you can put it on that knee. But really, you can think about your core here. Inhale, relax your belly. Exhale, engage it. Think about bringing your hip bones together. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. Again, if you want to pause here, take a break, do it. I'm taking a break because I'm pretty sure Sawyer dropped his apple and there's 10,000 dog hairs on it. But it is what it is. Back to those monster walks. Really keeping resistance on that band. If you're doing just a squat and sidewalk, that's great too. You're thinking about 3 to 4 steps each way and then do that just a couple of times. If at all you're ever like, holy smokes, this hurts so bad, just rest and take a break. Back to those side leg lifts. Stack your hips, and really, if you don't have weight, it's totally fine. If you don't have a band, it's totally fine. Think about your core. Inhale, relax your core. Send your breath down to your belly. Exhale, engage the core. Bring your hip bones together. Inhale, relax. Exhale, engage. Make sure those hip bones are stacked. You're not lifting that leg super high. Inhale, relax that belly. Exhale, think about bringing your hip bones together. Inhale, relax. Exhale, you can also think about bringing your belly button up towards your sternum. Y'all, my hips, side butt were killing me. I was dreading this last round, and I can't wait for tomorrow morning to do it again. So those monster walks, one more time. If you weren't feeling them before, you are feeling them right now. But you can do it. Just keep breathing. Big inhale. Send your breath down to your core. Exhale, engage the core. Send your breath down to your belly. Exhale, engage the core. Look, and now you just have to lay on the ground and hold your leg up. You can do this. You're doing awesome. Like, it's gonna hurt. I'm not gonna lie. It doesn't, it's good though. Our hips and our butt as moms are the ones that get turned off the most. So this little exercise, you probably thought, again, this was gonna be easy. But if this isn't burning, get a band. Get a band. And you're gonna notice right now, Sawyer thought Brooks should eat his apple. And he gave her apple to her. She didn't want it. So there was the end of that. I hope you guys really enjoyed this workout. You might be cursing me, but I'm okay with that because that means it worked. Bye, guys.